All right. Testing 1, 2. All right. We are good. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Five of the six. What would the sixth one be? Nope, you're not allowed up here. Sorry. All right. We are live. We should be good to go here. Yep, says we're good. All right. I am dripping sweat already. I did not think that'd be this bad up here. Definitely didn't forget that this game started at 7, not 7:30. Whoops. We'll be all right. All right. Up here. Okay, yep. Alright, got the chat pulled up. Swayman is now finally 10-10 in playoff games. 500 is wild. He's had an amazing save percentage. Alright. Welcome back to Bruins Game Breakdown. Round 1, Game 3 is here. Yeah. Just waiting for the game to get started here. I thought it started at 7:30. Turns out it started about half an hour earlier. It took me a hot second to get this all set up. I think we should be good now. Here, you know what? How far back can I go here? Is that going to be alright? I think that should be good. Get the B, get the logo in it. Can I? Why am I so far behind here? You know what? That's not bad, actually. There we go. Did that do anything here? I don't think it did. Alright. We got puck drop coming up here. Bruins Sabres Game 3. This series is tied up at 1. And, yeah, both games have been absolutely electric throughout the entirety of them. Although, I will say, this is not the best series I could be streaming. But, you know what? We haven't had an overtime game yet, so I'm thankful for that. Yeah. I'm terrible at filling time. Alright. Shoot. Alright. As Swayman leads them out, it will be Alex Lyon on the opposite end of him, as it was for the final few minutes of Tuesday night's game. Uh, yeah, Boston has had a good history against Alex Lyon in the postseason. Got to him early in the 2023 series against the Panthers. Ended up getting him yanked. Now, one thing to note, Buffalo, kind of deep goaltending. Like, underratedly deep goaltending. So that's something to watch out for. Obviously, with the new rules, they have to be cap compliant. However, that is just for the in-game roster. That is not for the press box. Okay, we're not that far behind, are we? Hold on here. Let's see how far back we are. I don't know, yeah. Okay. Never mind. I had time, apparently. Alright, yeah, national anthems are just playing now. Where was I? Buffalo's goaltending. They are weirdly deep. They got two guaranteed NHL caliber goaltenders. Boston has made UPL not look very NHL caliber this series. Alex Lyon's still good there. Devin Levi hasn't really been given a fair shot. And then even their fourth goaltender, I don't know. Let's see. No, I want depth chart, not line combos. Thank you, though. Centers, left wings, D, goalie. Colton Ellis? I get whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 6 goaltenders signed? Really? Huh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, they've all played. Okay, so yeah, so Colton Ellis, 903, 8-4-2 record. Devin Levi, 329, 894. So, okay, I'm sorry, Devin Levi would be their fourth stringer then, it seems. So definitely going to be interesting here if Boston is able to get to Alex Lyon in these next 2 games. So definitely something to watch out for. And then 5, 6, they're not going to be getting to that point. Yeah. All right. Let's have a good game here tonight, folks. Boston has been getting off to some pretty good starts as of late, especially in the first 2 games. And here we go. Buffalo wins the opening draw. They feed it up the middle and it gets down into the Boston zone. Zadorov sends this up the middle and it gets turned over before getting sent right back in. Buffalo ends up off of the delayed offside. Peak with it behind the net, gets it up and out of the zone before it gets tapped back in. Peak again goes for the clear. Geeky with it now, puts a soft shot on, gets blocked though, as the puck gets dumped the distance, and no icing. Ooh, that was close. Boston with it now. That's Arvidsson tight along the boards. He gets it into the Buffalo zone. Oh, Boston fans playing dirty, chanting Lion. Already starting, though. Kid line sticking together. I don't believe Boston had any lineup changes. Josh Norris came out. McAvoy laying the body early on here, setting the tone. That's waking up the Garden if they weren't up already. Hard shot in from the point, Swain with the first stop. Puck gets sent down into the corner. I think that was Aspero that with the clear there as Arvidsson heads off for a change. Byram in his own zone, feeds it up the near wing, gets dumped down into the far corner. Hagens sends it up into the Buffalo zone. Boston on the forecheck now. Puck gets through and up to center ice. Into the Boston zone it comes. Buffalo just offside. They regroup. Lowry with it now. Sends it up the wall. Gets it deflected down back behind the net. Lyon tries to play it, and he does barely. But Boston had two guys back there. Husendinov and Hagens now getting back. Hagens running a little bit of accidental interference there. No call. Lindholm with it. Rims it around to Lowry. Lowry taking it up the ice with time and space. He gets pinched, though, and he turns the puck over. Not a great turnover there for Lowry. Lindholm, though, bails him out of it. Gets the puck up and out. 2.5 minutes in here, still waiting for our first shot of the game. I think Buffalo technically got it, but must have been blocked. Kastelic with it now. Gets over the red line and dumps it. He stays in on the forecheck. He's laying the body on Dahlin. Didn't get a full contact hit there, but still came out pretty good. Oh, turnover here for Hagens. Nope, Jeannot, sorry, saw the forward and assumed Hagens. Nope. Jeannot in the near corner, sends it up, and it just bounces over Peak's stick. Oh, that's a brutal bounce. Boston coming out hard in this one. Buffalo does have the first shot on goal registered. Peak with a beautiful sling up the ice. Gets dumped in the far corner. Pasternak's shot. Oh! I think that was Zacha who had a chance to feed it out front there. No Bruin was there though to receive the pass. Or sorry, Lindholm, not Zacha. Alright. 4 minutes in here, shots are one apiece. McAvoy resets back behind his net. Takes it out into the high slot. Sends it up to center ice. Puck gets deflected down in the Buffalo zone. Zacha's there. We have yet to get a whistle here in the first 4 minutes. Zacha with a shot. Tries to get the rebound. Can't do it. Peak on the pinch. Keeps the puck in though. Middlestat now fighting along the wall. Arvidsson just flings a backhander on. Goes up and over the head of the line. He tries to glove it. He can't. Zacha now with it along the far wall. Middlestat puts it on. No go. Thompson with it now. Backhands it. And it will come out of the Buffalo end. Buffalo already cheating for offense, and they're not even down in this game yet. Thompson with it now. Time and space. Puck does get deflected, though. Swayman hard against that post. Not letting that puck go through on his near side. Boston can't get the puck out of their zone right now, though. We are 5 minutes in without a whistle now. Now we're 5 minutes in without a whistle. Dahlin. Stone with a chance. No go. Lowry gets tripped up there. Boston's looking for a call. They're not going to get it. It's going to go down, and Lyon will play the puck here. Not letting Boston get a full change, it seems. Dahlin at the red line. Puck gets dumped in. Aspero with it. Jeannot tries to recover the pass. Gets sent back around to Aspero. Kastelic laying the body again. Love the aggression here from Boston. Not Great, that's them getting hit, because that means the Buffalo's had a lot of the puck. McAvoy up the wall and out. Kastelik on the forecheck here. Gets pinched down into the corner. Pinched isn't the right word. Gets hit down in the corner. And Buffalo's going to take a second here with Samuelsson. Just taking light strides. Both teams making changes here. Boston booing the crowd already. 6 minutes in now without a whistle. This first period is absolutely flying by. Pasternak with it. Does get it into the offensive zone, but just offside. Boston resets. Buffalo with the turnover. Jack Quinn now comes driving the net hard. Swayman makes a stop, and we finally get a whistle with 13:31 left in this first period. Boston outshooting Buffalo barely 3-2 so far in this period. We good? Nope, we good now. There we go. Alright, we are back. Alright. Love this Mass Mutual ad. Alright. Quick start to this period. Quick start to this game. This one has had a different kind of energy to it so far. That was a great hit by Jeannot there. Zaka with a shot there. Oh, and he almost banged it in. Puck was just too far forward on his stick. Yeah, Boston already with 3 high danger chances to Buffalo's 1. That Buffalo 1 would be the Jack Quinn net drive, if I had to take a guess. Byron with a shot as we roll past the 13.5 minute mark. Byram walking the line, sends it down to Thompson. Boston does get the puck out. Lyon comes out to play. He has played the puck a lot in this game so far, and not just back behind the net. He's coming out to the hash marks to play this puck. Definitely something Boston needs to look to take advantage of at some point if this is going to be a regular thing. Boston on the dump in from Geeky. Pasternak on the forecheck, can't quite recover the puck though. Thompson now taking his time up over the Buffalo blue line, dumps it back as he changes off. Rasmus Dahlin now gets it in and he dumps it into the near corner. Lowry with a decent check. Lindholm with it now. He flips it up and out, and the puck seemingly gets deflected. And Lindholm is going to the box for delay a game. You hate to see that. Shots have been updated. Buffalo 3, Boston 2 now. I... Uh, I don't know. I'm not thrilled about that call, but Minton leans in for the draw on the penalty kill. Thompson on the other side. Minton wins it. Ooh, that's nice. McAvoy with it now. Gets it to Kastelic. Yeah. Darlene with it now. Minute 45 left on the Boston penalty kill. Buffalo enters in offside. .45. Minton leans in for the draw. Thompson gets kicked out. Tuck will lean in. And Tuck cleanly wins that draw back. Almost too cleanly. Lyon comes out to play it. Drops it off for Darlene. Darlene takes it up over the blue line. Dumps it back at the red. Jack Quinn with it now, and he takes a hit to make a play there. McAvoy hard on the puck here. Almost gets it up and out. Darlene over. Darlene gets the puck back. Sends it down to Quinn. Shot. Saved by Swayman. Puck goes somewhere. It's loose. The ref finally blows the play dead. And there's chaos out in front. Tuck's taking a shot at McAvoy from behind. Minute 5 left on the power play here. What? Once again, Swayman's looked great. What happened here? Puck gets loose. Just never not there. And then, he corrals it with his stick. Jack Quinn with the shot. Puck, it was just out of Swayman's reach. And he brings it in with his glove and then tips it to himself with his stick. Oh, boy. Thompson was right there to bang that in if it had the chance to. Zadorov is apparently going down the tunnel now. That's not ideal. Peak and Aspro fighting hard in the corner for that puck. Buffalo does have a shot this power play. Darlene to Quinn. Quinn with the shot. Thompson covers it and puts a shot on. Darlene with it. Puck's still out. Darlene recovers it. Sends it down to Thompson. Over to Quinn. Quinn with it now, working along the far wall. At the hash marks, he sends it down. Zucker dumps the puck out, and Alex Lyon will come out to play it with just under 25 seconds to go here. Bowden Byram with it now, back behind the Buffalo net. He comes out, Jeannot on him hard, and just dumps it back once again. They've been loving the drop pass on the power play. This has not worked for them so far. Swayman, beautiful stop, flashing the glove on him. And he makes a save with 8 seconds left. That's Buffalo's third shot on goal in the power play. Krebs comes in, flying in, dumps it back, and Doan rips it. Swayman gloves it. Ooh. We'll show off with it, but... Boston down to 4 defensemen now, with Lindholm in the box. Doing alright, though. 8 seconds left here. Jeannot wins it, and he will dump it the distance, and that will be power play over for the Buffalo Sabres. Lindholm out of the box now. Byram with it, out from behind his net. Sends it up the ice. Lowry is there. He's playing his offside right now. He's out there with Peak. Peak battling hard in the corner with Zock and McLeod and Benson there as well. And Boston wins it. Can they get it out, though? Barely they can. Arvidsson hard on the forecheck on the puck there. Will back out, though. Owen Power with it now. Waiting for Buffalo to make a change. Pretty sure Boston's doing the same. Power sends it up now. Greenway still in. He dumps the puck in barely. Gets back behind the net. Mallenstein taking a hit there. And we have a whistle. And the net has come off. Peak and Mallenstein going at it there. That's a fairly even matchup, I think. This is terrible TV, but why not? Beck Mallenstein. How tall are you? 6'3", 209, 6'3", 214. That's a big boy tilt. Whew. Boston gets the clear. Hits are 11-7 in favor of Buffalo already. And we're barely 10 minutes into... we're over 10 minutes into this one. Lindholm with the big drive out to Pasternak. He does not get the puck in, though. Pasternak with it in the slot. And he gets double teamed. But he does draw a call in the process. Boston with the puck. Swayman going off. Geeky with it. Sends it up to Lindholm. Hard shot comes in. Puck deflected wide. Zacha gets the shot off. Nothing going, though. Boston cooking on this delayed penalty here. Geeky at the point. Over to Lindholm. Over to Pasternak. Shot and glove saved. I think Pasternak might be looking for two there. Shots now 6-5 in favor of Buffalo. I'm assuming it's just Buffalo getting the penalty here. All right. Oh. says we're good. Alright. Should be good now. I think. Okay, yep. Boston, a minute 35 left on the power play here. Just burnt 2-0 here for Buffalo, sorry. McAvoy is able to recover it though, as Buffalo didn't ever really have a clean chance on that 2-0. Lindholm hard on Byram. I'll tell you at the next whistle. Just hold on here. Pasternak in over the red line. Minute 3 to go. Pasternak with the shot. Lindholm with the shot. Can't. Oh, Geeky barely fails to bury that puck there once again. Greenway coming out. Malenstein, sorry. Drives the net hard. Goes back behind it. Middlestat with it now. 36 seconds to go on the Boston power play. Middlestat drops it back. Second unit on the ice for Boston. Minton for Arvidsson. Arvidsson passes over the middle and... Ooh, Hagens just couldn't get a clean shot off again. Shots are up to 6-6 though. And the puck... Oh, 6:51 left in the first period here. Boston's been having some great chances in this one, and there's the shot. Pasternak over to Lindholm. Zacha just can't get the puck up. Alright, so we're not going to get a replay on the deflection. 6:51 left, 16 seconds, puck has been dropped. Lohrei with the puck to Arvidsson. He sends it up and it gets turned over. Buffalo with the chip in. 5 seconds left on the power play now, and that will expire. Lindholm now, back behind the net. He comes out with Kaslick. Lindholm over the red line, slap shot, dumps it in. Jeannot with it now. I'm wanting that to be Hagens. Lohrei dumps it in before it gets sent right back out. 3-on-2 now for Buffalo. Swayman will make the stop. Shots now 7-7. Boston and Buffalo tied. And we have a penalty coming up. Boston going back to the power play here as Peyton Krebs gets called for roughing. Krebs behind the net. Where's the call? All right. Okay. All right. Refs taking one this time, something they haven't done a whole lot, especially this early on in games. But Boston needs to make this power play hurt, and they immediately get the puck up and out of the ice, or up and out of the Buffalo zone. Shot saved by Swayman here. Geeky, 6 minutes left to go here in the first period. Back behind the net it goes. Puck comes up and out with Lindholm and Zacha. Pasternak with along the wall. He passes over to Geeky. Geeky up to the point for McAvoy. McAvoy flubs the puck. Pasternak able to recover it though. He's trying to find time. He takes a shot, saved by Lyon, and the puck gets dumped down in the Boston zone. Swayman out to play it. He'll hold it behind the net. McAvoy scoops it up. He takes it up the far side. Up over the blue line and drops it back. Zacha over to Pasternak. Zacha over to Lindholm over to Pasternak. And Geekie can't quite recover the pass. Mallenstein with it now. Shot saved by Swayman. Boston has had a lot of high-quality chances, but they have been giving just as many back to Buffalo. Second unit out for Boston now. Lindholm at the blue line. Does get it back, though. Minton takes it himself, dumps it into the far corner. He can't recover it. Pasternak still out there. Lindholm over to Middlestat, back to Lindholm, back to Pasternak. Shot wide of the net. Lindholm with it now, walking the blue line. Drops it off for Pasternak at the top of the circle. Shot and deflected up and out of play. 22 seconds to go here in the second Boston power play of this game. Shot from Pasternak just goes wide. Oh, if Middlestat could have tipped that there. Buffalo wins the draw. They get it up and out, and they're saying it's deflected again. Four and a half to go here in the first period. Shots are 9-8 in favor of Buffalo. That is not great for Boston's power play. Minton leans in for the draw against McLeod. 18 seconds left here on the power play for Boston. Minton wins it, but it goes Buffalo's way, and it gets cleared down into the offensive zone. Swayman stops. He holds. Lindholm with the recovery. Up over the blue line, he drops it back. Arvidsson with it now, up over the red. Into the offensive zone for Lohrei. Lohrei rims it around the back of the net. There's Middlestat. Krebs is out now. Lohrei with the shot. Broken stick. Puck does make it into the corner, though. Minton's there. Arvidsson with a shot. Can't quite get anything going on that. And the puck gets deflected up and out of play once again. .356 left as we head to commercial break. All right. It is hot up here today. Whoo boy. What's it gonna be like here if I just go Nope. There we go. There's no breeze coming through there. Alright. Well, I had to try it. Minton leans in for the draw here. And Minton wins it back. Zadorov bumps it in. He finally makes his on-ice return here. He went down the tunnel for probably 7-8 minutes. Just before the first Boston power play there. Shot comes across and no Buffalo players there to receive it. Shot comes back in. Buffalo pressuring. And Boston going to the box here. And it's Zadorov. That's... .331 here. Boston going to the box for trip, and it's Nikita Zadorov. I mean, there's nothing intentional there. Okay. I don't like that call very much, but I guess even it up, I suppose. 2 shots for Buffalo on the power play tonight. They might have more shorthanded, honestly. Buffalo takes a shot, deflected off the post, barely. Goes wide into the far corner here. Thompson with it, working the red line, gets it up to Dahlin. Dahlin over to Quinn. Quinn working down to the hash marks, back up to Dahlin. Dahlin over to Thompson, shot, broken stick. That's 2 now, 1 for either team on the power play. Quinn with it in the corner, tries to find someone. Zucker gets it back up to Thompson. Fresh stick in his hand as the stick gets cleared from the playing area. Quinn with it now. He's looking for somewhere to go with it. Where's he going to go? He goes up to Dahlin. Dahlin puts a shot on. Swayman makes a stop as the puck gets cleared out by Boston. Minute 5 left to go here in the Boston penalty kill. Shots are 11-9 now in favor of Buffalo. Zucker with it now. Walking in. On the red line he goes. Deflects it off the wall to Thompson. Thompson looking for it. Sends it down. Gets it back. Same again. Thompson up to Dahlin now. Dahlin sends it down to Quinn. Or McLeod. That's McLeod. Okay. McLeod gets to Zucker. Zucker puts a shot on. No go. He falls down in front of Jeremy Swayman. Aspero on him hard there. Is that... I think that's Aspero. Thompson walking the line. He shot. Comes in. Boston gets clear with just 10 seconds to go on the penalty kill here. Minute 37 to go. Buffalo outshooting Boston once again. 13-9 now. Owen Power rushing hard up the ice here. As Zadorov almost draws another penalty right out of the box. Boston is able to recover it though. Zadorov gets over the red line. He dumps it in as he goes off for a change. Minton with it gets a hard hit from behind in the corner. Buffalo can't clear it out, but they finally do. As who was that? I think that was Power that just about leveled the Bruin into his own bench. McAvoy with it behind the net. That's 3 broken sticks in this game already. Middlestat working through the neutral zone, gets to the red line, sends it in for Zacha. Zacha tries to get it in farther. He does. Back behind the net, the puck goes. Zacha on it. And Ostland is able to get it up and out. Doan with it. He will dump it into the far corner with 35 seconds to go now. Middlestat and Lohrei working back behind the net. Lohrei gets it back and he gets it tipped up and out. 22 seconds to go left. Puck comes back into the Boston zone here. Dahlin with it. He walks the line. Sends it down to Samuelson. Shot saved by Swain. Puck's loose out in front, and we finally get a whistle with 8.6 seconds left in the first period. Boston incredibly lucky there that Thompson broke his stick. Zucker with a chance there, and that was Aspro in the corner. Okay, I thought it was. Swayman, great blocker there. Right, 8.6 seconds left in the first period here. Casta leans in for the draw against McLeod. McLeod wins it, but they're calling a redo on the draw. 8.4 to go. Would be interesting to see if they add the 2/10 back. Seems like they will. Kastelic leans back in. So does McLeod, and McLeod wins it back once again. Fairly cleanly both times. Shot comes in from Dahlin. No go. And that's it for the first period. One of the Sabres lost their helmet. Lyon getting fist bumps from a bunch of his teammates as he heads off the ice. Alright. I will be right back. I need to go refill my water. And yeah. We are back. All right, we are cool. All right, just need to make sure that door was closed. So first period, not a great period for Boston. It wasn't terrible though. They did end up getting almost 10 shots. Let's just see if this has been updated. Have you been updated? Yes, you have. 13-9 is the current shots on goal. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play. That makes Buffalo 0 for 11 now. Boston's got a couple power play goals this series. Hits are 19-12. Yeah, not too bad. Right, that is 0 for 9? Or 0 for 11? Yeah, 0 for 4. 0 for 5, and then 0 for 2. Yep. Alright, as we get ready for the second period of Game 3 of this first round series. Is that light going to do anything? Let's find out. I look so much worse in the dark. Oh boy. I look alright. I'm still an ugly mug, but screw it, we deal with it. We move. Lindholm wins the draw, snaps it back to his D-men. Puck comes up and gets tipped into the Buffalo end. Not tipped, apparently. Alright, and we get an icing just 9 seconds into the period here. Lindholm leans in for the draw, and he wins it back. Samuelsson dumps it in, and it gets rimmed around to the far side of the ice. Geeky with it now, into the Buffalo end, onto the red line, and he sends it back for Lindholm, who just can't quite get there. Pasternak, the third man back, and he's going to recover it in the neutral zone. Send it across the far side to Geeky. He'll rim it back around. Zacha sends it in. And the puck's going to come out here. McLeod with it, taking his time in the Buffalo zone. Dahlin with it, taking his time as Buffalo changes. He gets a third man with him. That's Thompson. Puck gets sent in. Zadorov's there with it. Thompson laying the body on Zadorov. Arvidsson with it now. He comes out with it. Middlestat puts a shot on, gets blocked. Arvidsson can't quite recover the shot. And Buffalo's going to come right back the other way. That's Krebs and Thompson that were going in there. Peak handles onto Krebs. Boston is able to get the puck out. And he gets to Middlestat. Middlestat drives in that hard shot and saved by Alex Lyon. Boston trying to get a change in here if they can. They are able to slightly as they're able to hold up the rush. Lindholm over to Peak. Peak back to Lindholm. Lindholm takes it up the ice. He gets over the red line, tries to dump it in. Puck gets deflected down at the blue line. Husendinov flips it in. Again, deflected down at the blue line. Finally, on the third attempt, it gets into the Buffalo zone. Husendinov gets tripped up, and no call there. I question that after the Zadorov trip. Hagen's tying up Benson along the boards. Ostlund getting in there as well as Husendinov and Minton. Bruins fan back out there. Is Byram with it in his own zone. Husendinov just hanging out at the logo. Byram leaves it for Timmins. Sorry, not McLeod. McLeod's 71, Timmins is 21. Timmins taking his time here as Boston loves clogging up the back half of the neutral zone. Buffalo is able to get it in though, and they'll dump it into the far corner, or into the near corner. Lohrei, gets taken down hard. Here comes Hampus Lindholm now. He dumps it in. Connor Timmins will recover it back though, as he gets hit to make a play. Malenstein also getting a check there. Kaslik staying hard in on the forecheck, laying the body once again. This fourth line doing exactly what they need to. Just going out there and hitting everything that moves. That was Krebs, I think, who just got hammered into the boards. That might have been Kaslik laying the body there. Jeannot with it now. Shot. And scores! Tanner Jeannot makes it 1-0 Boston. 16:34 left in the period on the first shot of the period for Boston. What a shot. What a goal from Tanner Jeannot. Making the comment about the Garden is going to be loud tonight, and he gets the crowd on their feet here for the first time. McAvoy with it in his defensive zone, flips it up the ice. Jeannot with it, Kaslik playing blocker, rips it under the leg of Timmins, over the blocker of Lyon, and in to the back of the net, and that makes it 1-0 Boston on their 10th shot of the game, as we have a very quick whistle here. Boston has been playing hard in this one, and they've been finishing their checks on every single play. And underratedly, it was either Jeannot or Kastelic. I saw both of them down there. One of them absolutely demolished Peyton Krebs into the boards. Geeky leans in for the draw. He loses it. Shot comes back into the Boston zone here. And the Bruins fans in the building are chanting Lion. They know what Buffalo's done to their goalie. They're doing it right back to theirs. Except this time it's working. McLeod dumps it in. Gets it sent round into the far corner. Peak fighting hard in the boards. Zadorov's there with them. Lindholm, third man in there. Geeky recovers it though. And here comes Boston. Geeky up through the center of the ice. Drops off for Pasternak. Looking for a shot. Takes it. Saved by Lyon well out of his crease. And they're going to blow the whistle. Oh, man. Lyon came solid 15 feet out of his crease. Halfway up to the bottom of the circle there. Oh, man. Pasternak knows he had a golden opportunity there. Dahlin giving him an extra shot after the whistle. Saka leans in, loses it once again. Tage Thompson with it up through center ice. He gets into the Boston zone on his own. Shot and saved by Swayman. Deflected up and out of play by Swayman, rather. Tanner Jeannot scoring his first ever career playoff game. Or not playoff game, playoff goal. Love to see that for him. Thompson with a shot, saved by Swayman. Saka wins the draw and Boston gets it up and out. Byram wins the puck battles. That gets iced. Millstat turns over to McAvoy. McAvoy off the wall and up. Can't get it out though. Does finally get out. Buffalo with the puck now. Power up over the Boston logo. He just taps it in. Hagen's with it now. Does a circle. Gets it deflected down into the Buffalo zone by Husendinov. Husendinov with it in the puck battle in the corner. Power is able to recover that. Boston with it now. Hagen's with the centering pass over to Husendinov. Can't quite get that there. Lohrei barely gets the puck up and out. Buffalo not getting called for too many men there. Very smart play, not playing the puck. They very easily could have and would have been called for that. Or should have been called for that, rather. Lower ice sends it around now. Shot comes in from Buffalo, covered by Swayman, and the ref takes his time blowing the whistle on that one. Lindholm leans in for the draw, and he wins it back for Andrew Peeke. Peeke shot in from the blue line. Geeky with it now, walking along the wall. Zadorov can't quite get a clean shot off as the big man goes down. Buffalo 4-on-2 here. Shot saved by Swayman. Buffalo taking the third and fourth chance at it. And Geeky. Oh, that might be a penalty on Geeky. That is going to be a penalty on Geeky. Oh, I love that from Geeky, but man, you got to be more smart about that one. Geeky bowls over Matthias Samuelsson, taking hacks at Jeremy Swayman. Man. I think there's going to be a few calls here there. Alright, we got Morgan Geeky going into the box here. I'm fine with that penalty, though. That's a penalty you gotta take. Players digging at your goalie, you gotta protect them. Dahlin, shot, saved by Swayman. Back behind the net it goes. Husendinov with it now. Kicks it out of the corner. Buffalo recovers it. Dahlin to Power. Shot saved by Swayman. Buffalo Gonna get another chance here. Shot, save again by Swayman, and he covers it to get the whistle. Finally, again, the refs taking their time blowing the whistle. Swayman asking what's going on there. Tuck gets his mask pulled, or gets his helmet pulled down over his eyes. Thompson looking up at the scoreboard, wondering how that did not go in. Big save by Swayman. Puck is loose. Shot comes back across and Swayman gets back there. And he finally recovers it. Zucker getting double teamed. Taking a hack at Swayman's blocker, and then both Bruins are able to get over. Minute 34 left here in the Boston penalty kill. Geeky in the box for cross-check, high stick, whatever you want to call it. Ref telling Lindholm and Samuelson to calm down just a little bit there. I think that's Samuelson at least. Lindholm with it. McAvoy rims it around hard. Puck does not get out though, as it bounces off the partition, and it will get dumped into the Buffalo zone. Dahlin with it now. He sends it up the ice. Thompson and Tuck over the blue line on the same side. Boston picks it off and it gets dumped back down. Lyon now. Up to Power. Or up to Dunn. Quinn. Boston again recovers it, dumps it. Minute gone here in the Buffalo power play. This penalty kill has been absolutely cooking for Boston this series. McLeod in over the blue line. He circles back. Dahlin with it, back down to McLeod. McLeod over to the right side of the net, and the pass goes up and out of the Buffalo, or into the Buffalo zone. Lyon again coming out to play the puck. Dahlin now up over the blue line, and he drops it back. McLeod hard charging in once again. Shot barely tipped wide by Swayman. And the puck comes out once again with just 10 seconds to go, and it's deflected up and out of play into the Boston bench. Puck comes out once again, and that will end off the third Buffalo power play of this game. Boston killing it on these power plays. Shot comes in, deflected wide by Swayman. Mitten does get the puck out. Pasternak out there with him. Shot in, saved by Swayman. That's shot 17 of the night for the Buffalo Sabres. Kaslik leans in for the draw against Kozak. He wins it. Aspro with it now. He'll take his time and space, and it gets deflected down in the Buffalo end. Or not. called for icing. Aspero with it, rims it around. Puck gets up and out. Jeannot with it now on the near wall. Corrali, 2-on-1. Shot in, deflected just wide. That was Kaslik in there on the 2-on-1 with him. Corrali gets it back though. Kaslik with it. Can't get a clean shot off once again. He went behind the net and then tried to go back with it. Corrali gets basically sat on there. Krebs loses it. Puck just comes out of the Buffalo end. Middlestat in. Boston offside here. Samuelsson loses his stick. In comes Arvidsson and he can't get a call. And he's pointing to center ice. We're getting a penalty shot. Victor Arvidsson for Boston. Slashing from behind, Rasmus Dahlin. Oh, man. Arvidsson. He'll get a chance here. Arvidsson. Snaking out wide. He cuts back in. Shot. Saved by Lyon. See, that's the thing with penalty shots. I love seeing them get awarded because the goals on them are so cool. I just don't. Man. I'd almost rather the power play though. Alright, so this game stays 1-0, 10 minutes into the second period here. Minton leans in for the draw against McLeod. He gets the boot, so Husendinov comes in. Husendinov leans in, and he wins the draw. Buffalo recovers it, though. Stanley up to Timmins. Timmins does barely get to the red line and dumps it in. Minton with it. Up to Hagens. Hagens over to Husendinov. Husendinov at the blue line dumps it in. Lyon out of his net once again to play it. Boston has to take advantage of this somehow. At some point within this game, they need to take advantage of Lyon coming out to play the puck like that. He's been doing it so much this game. Buffalo with possession in their own zone. Here comes Timmins. Timmins at the red line. Dumps it in. Timmins being the third forward in. Isn't he a defenseman? I think Connor Timmins might be a defenseman. Shot scores. Bohm Byram scores from the far circle, or from the near circle. And that makes this game 1-1 here. Let's get a replay on this. Shot comes in. Byram all alone. Elias Lindholm late to cover his man. Hagens. Man. Hagens gets a stick on it. Deflects off of Swayman's shoulder and in. Oh, man. Lurai with it now. Sends it right up the ice. Jeannot taps it into the Buffalo zone. Boston can't gain control back, and Jeannot is gonna go to the box here. Jeannot, the lone goal scorer in this one for Boston, going to the box for high sticking. And that will give Buffalo the opportunity here to get ahead for the first time since Game 1. Alright. Well, not ideal. But better now than 5 minutes left in the third, I guess. So, let's see how Boston's able to bounce back here. Oh. Yeah. 2 minutes for Jeannot here. Husnudinov, Minton, McAvoy, Lindholm on the ice for Boston. Shots are 18-12 in favor of Buffalo. Goals are 1 apiece. Dahlin can't get a shot off as Minton dives to try to block the puck away. Minton recovers it though, and he sends it the length of the ice. Lyon out of his net to play it. He stops it up. Dahlin now with it. Around the far side of the net he comes. To Thompson. Drops it back for Quinn. Here comes Boston. Kastelik with it. Shot saved by Alex Lyon. Almost called him UPL there. That's 3 big chances Boston's had in the second period. Hampus Lindholm dumps it briefly into the Buffalo zone. Kastelik recovers it again. Gets over the blue line. And he doesn't get up to speed as Jack Quinn's there. Kastelik hops off the ice as Jack Quinn continues to beak at him. Tuck over to Dahlin with it. Down to Thompson. Thompson at the far dot. Handles it. Back up to Thompson. Dahlin, down to Quinn. Back up to Thompson. Back up to Dahlin. Down goes Thompson as the puck goes the length of the ice. 30 seconds left here on the 4th Buffalo penalty kill. Or 4th Man, okay. Benson with it, up to Byram, the goal scorer for Buffalo here. Back down to Benson. Benson up over to the line. Byram with it again here. Byram shot saved by Swain with 1 second left on the power play. Jeannot out of the box now. 6:35 left to go in this period. Power dumps it into the near side. Aspero with it now. He sends it back around for McAvoy. Geeky with it now. Back down to McAvoy. McAvoy taking his time and space that he's given. Geeky tips it down, avoiding the icing. Pasternak in the near corner tips it up, and that does get out of the Buffalo zone. Buffalo in now, 3-on-1. Can't quite get set up though. Geeky with it. He circles back. Drops it off for Lowry. Lowry behind the Boston net. As Boston will change up here. 5:50 left to go. The clock continues to tick down as Lowry still has it. He sends it up for Middlestat. Middlestat in over the Buffalo blue line. Pasternak's still out there. Mallenstein is able to knock the puck off his stick though. Puck gets sent back into the Buffalo end. Greenway gets it into the Boston zone and deep. Darlene gets it. He snaps it back further into the Boston zone. Zaka backhands it up, and it will get out down into the Buffalo zone. Darlene skates, splits the two Bruins forwards as he gets tripped up. That should be a call coming. Doesn't seem like there's a call coming here against Boston, though. Thompson with it. He walks the line. Takes a shot. Blocked. Middlestat can't quite recover it, but it does get out. Buffalo now has 20 shots in this game so far. Samuelson now with it. He takes his time. Up to McLeod, who drops it off for Tuck. Boston recovers it. And Tuck picks it up once again. He goes over to the far side with it, dumps it back behind the net. And who was that who gets hit hard? I think that was Zucker there. That might have been. No, that's not. As Hagen's... No call there. But the puck gets knocked down by a high stick and we have a penalty. Or we have a whistle. Whoops. There we go. All right. We are back. That was a rough couple plays there for me. Boston wins the draw. Lindholm rims it down in the Buffalo end. Just 4 minutes to go here in this period. Both teams with a goal. As Doan with it gets it up and into the Boston end. Lindholm flips it up, can't get it out. Puck gets backhanded deep down in the Boston end. Kastelic with it now. He bounces it off the glass and gets it out finally. Outline comes out to play the puck once again. Timmins over the red line and dumps it in for Zadorov. Zadorov up to Pasternak. Pasternak over to Corrali. Corrali gets double teamed along the half wall. And high sticking once again. 3:09 left to go here in the second period of Game 3. Scores 1-1. Shots are 20-13 in favor of Buffalo. Boston has only outshot Buffalo twice across all 7 periods, almost 8. Buffalo wins the draw. Byram rims it hard into the Boston zone for the near corner. Boston clears it right back out though, and it's gonna go the distance for icing as Power beats it out. Elias Lindholm here leans in for the draw against Peyton Krebs. And pretty even off the draw. Boston gets possession, but it's close. Zadorov gets knocked down by Thompson there. No calls we play on, and Buffalo mishandles the puck, and it comes out to center ice. Byram with it, sends it up to the neutral zone. Power, walking the line. He circles back, takes a shot, saved by Swayman. Deflected down into the corner. Geeky dumps it up and out once again, and it's going to go... Lyon plays it, sorry. And the puck's going to come right back out. 2 minutes to go now in the period. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Arvidsson beats out that icing. Samuelson can't quite get there first. McAvoy shot saved by Lyon. I don't think he saw that puck coming in. That was pure positioning. McLeod with it now in the Boston end. Zucker looking for a shot. Can't quite get there. Darlene now. Shot saved by Swayman. Puck's up though and it's out. Arvidsson gets it as Boston is on a fire drill right now. Just dying for a whistle. Aspero can't quite get to the puck there. Samuelson shot wide. Darlene misplays the puck. Suzuka with it. He gets it up and out. Puck gets dumped back into the Boston end. Boston blocked 11 shots to Buffalo 5. So even if you include those shots, this game's not close. Aspero hanging out behind his net as we tick over to the final minute of play in the second period. Boston can't get into the Buffalo zone. It gets flipped back into theirs temporarily. Timmins gets it over to Stanley. Puck comes out to center ice. Boston holding up the neutral zone pretty good there. Higgins and Doan, John at each other a little bit. Lowry dumps it in as Higgins tips it down into the Buffalo end. 30 seconds to go here now. Here comes Ostland making his playoff debut. And Lindholm takes out Tuck. 20 seconds to go now. Buffalo recovers in their zone. They're going to take their time making it up through the neutral zone. As Lowry recovers it on a misplay. 5, 4, 3. Buffalo will hold, and that will end the second period here. both teams having their fair share of chances here in the second period. Just going to do a little second period recap here before I head out. Can I pull up the correct website, please? That'd be nice. As I slam down my laptop. Did not mean to do that. Alright, shots are 21-15 in favor of Buffalo. Buffalo continues to outshoot Boston through the period. Buffalo 0 for 4 on the power play. Boston 0 for 2. Hits are just about even. Boston is blocking a lot more shots than Buffalo is. Yeah. Kinda been the same as the other two games, really. And those have ended up being toss-ups, so this one can go either way here. Tanner Jeannot with a great goal. Tanner Jeannot with a penalty shot. Can't score on that one. Yeah, few too many penalties for Boston here. 4 to the Buffalo 2. Although Boston does have a penalty shot. So I guess 4 to the Boston 3, I guess. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Click like if you like. Click subscribe if you really liked. And yeah, BGR will be up later tonight. And then I will be back Sunday for Game 4. And then Tuesday, it was Game 5 at 7:30. Thank you folks so much for joining in once again. And yeah, we'll see you next time.